this is a teaching toolbox for parents on what emotional behavioral disorder is. What is emotional behavioral disorder, better known as EBD? In short, the definition of EBD is the ability to learn and maintain healthy relationships with peers in the general classroom setting. Students with EBD also express unsuitable behaviors or feelings under normal circumstances. It is helpful as a parent to keep track of your child's behavior at home to compare how they do at home and school. So there are characteristics that a child may show if they have EBD. They're either internal behaviors or external. There are a variety of characteristics that your child might express. Students with EBD can show a wide range of behaviors which will require intervention and effective teaching strategies to teach the child how to make better choices and stay focused in their learning. Assessment. There are a few assessments that can be used to verify that the child has EBD. These include functional behavior assessment, academic assessment, and behavioral observation assessments. Functional behavior assessment is used to gather information through data that includes antecedents, and help to direct intervention plans such as a behavior intervention plan. This works together with a behavior plan. The data collected will tell the IEP team what should be included in the plan. Academic assessments. There is an academic assessment that can be used to see where the student is, which is the Woodcock-Johnson III. This test consists of a series of written tests in reading, writing, and math. This will help determine what content area the student struggles in or excels in and what they may need extra help for. Behavioral and observation assessments. There's a bunch of these. Systematic screening for behavior disorders, behavioral assessment scale for children, behavior rating scale, and student risk screening scale. And these are all done with observations, usually by the teacher themselves, or sometimes an outside provider can come in and do the observation. It helps the educator see where the student is when they're interacting with peers or a group setting behaviorally. Causes. EBD is not caused by anything in particular, but there are factors that can influence the child to behave the way they do. Some of these are your biological factors, which can be hard to identify. The main way to do this is through observations and to interview family to see where it might stem from. As far as family goes, a child may be more susceptible to EBD if there is an absence of a father, divorced parents, young parents. The way that a family behaves is also observed. For school and social skills go together. If the child exhibits negative or antisocial skills, the behavior, it is likely that it will continue throughout the years as they grow up. And for your culture, it is extremely important to have the child in a positive, supportive environment. The more that the child is in that supportive environment, the more better behavior that they show. A behavior intervention plan is designed for a specific child to try to help them learn or change their behavior. It teaches replacement behaviors, so what you can do if the child is exhibiting a negative behavior, how you can turn that around and do something good with it. Rewards are really good for these students. Every teacher is going to do something different. They can do points, or I don't know, sometimes there's free time at the end of the day or the class period, depending on how they did. It will teach them how to avoid being in the situations that they set off their negative behaviors. This is created with the data from the functional behavior assessment. It is all about rewarding good, positive behaviors and redirecting the negative. The child will more than likely require or receive a behavior sheet for their choices for each day. So this is an example of what a behavior sheet could look like, and you would just put a plus or a negative if they did what they were supposed to do throughout the day, and the parent usually signs it at the end of the day. Interventions. Interventions would be taught within the curriculum that the teacher designs. There is a multitude of effective teaching techniques and strategies that a teacher can use. So these are just a few of them. Teachers will use these in a variety of ways. There's cooperative learning, self-monitoring and evaluations, whole group or class settings, and letting the student, if they're able to, set their own goals and further academics and behavior. And it is extremely important to remember to teach these same strategies that you use at home. The greatest help as a parent is to help support what goes on in the school and to continue it at home. If the student is getting support in both places, their behaviors will not be as severe and will make the child feel good about themselves because they're getting recognized and praised and everything. So number one thing that I would give you is to don't be afraid to ask questions about your child. Everybody's here to help.